Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome. I hope you all are doing well. Okay. I hope I am being audible and visible. This 7 test here with Oliveboard live mocks. I hope you have given it with sincerity. Correct. Let us start with the solutions. I hope good. Okay. Before that, I would make you uh, with Oliveboard. That is the Olive score. Correct. So whenever you're giving your mock tests in Oliveboard, you have something called as Olive score where you can view full report. So the idea of giving mock test is not just, you give the mock test, you get a score and you analysis. So this is the analysis which Olive Board gives. So it is performance breakdowns, how was your competence, tests wise analysis, what is there. We have recovery playlist. So you can see all the subject wise, how many questions, how many you made wrong, correct? Topic wise, this is good. You can see it will show you critical or whatever it is. So I hope I'm being audible and visible, everyone. Yeah, let us go ahead then. Okay, do analyze this feature, one of the very good features. So we'll start with the answers. Okay, okay. So just a moment. Uh, we'll just start with the tests. Okay, uh, articles dominated paper, I would say. Am I right? There were quite many of the articles there, right? Okay. First question, in Carnatic music, what is the structure and total number of beats, aksharas in Rupak Tal, specifically in its standard Chatusra Jati form? So, how many total beats are there? The question was on Indian music, art, and culture, correct? Total beats are there. Please remember, there are six beats, one dhrutam, one lagu, and four counts. Okay, so one dhrutam, one lagu, and four counts. Correct. It is in Suladi Saptatal system of Carnatic music. Rupak Tal consists of one dhrutam, one ragu, and four uh, counts. Okay, so depth in art and culture is increasing day by day. There are further questions in this mock only where we saw they have asked regarding a material of Veena, correct? So depth is increasing. You need to increase the depth of your knowledge now. Now it is no more a mere SSC is no more just a mere data fact tests. Okay. So you need to increase your depth conceptual knowledge also. Okay. A very good question. Chronological order, very easy question. I hope no one did this wrong. I hope this was fine. Are we going good? Easy. ABCD, Formation of Indian National Congress, 1885, AOU, 72 delegates, Bombay. First, Vyomesh Chandra Banerjee. Okay. Partition of Bengal, 1905, Lord Curzon. Formation of the Indian Muslim League, 1906, Dhaka. Morley Minto, 1909. Okay. Secretary of State Morley, Canning, Viceroy Minto. Okay. So, see, these all things I told you. It was formed. All India Muslim League was formed with Nawab Salimullah playing a key role. Aga Khan III became later the permanent president. Okay, next. Consider the following statements. Insulin is secreted by the beta cells of the islets of Langerhans in the pancreas. Completely right. By the pancreas. Insulin raises blood glucose level by promoting the breakdown of glycogen. Raises? Insulin is secreted to control it. correct, to reduce lower blood glucose by facilitating cellular glucose uptake and converting excess glucose into glycogen. So this is more of a GS question, but general knowledge also. It is basic knowledge. Insulin reduces blood glucose level. That's why we did give that insulin injection, no, sometimes. Correct. Next, which team emerged as the champions of 2025-26 Dulip Trophy by defeating South Zone? First of all, you should know Dulip Trophy is related to which sports. Am I right? So Dulip Trophy is related to cricket. So who won that? It was Central Zone. Correct. Central Zone won the 25-26 Dulip Trophy by defeating South Zone by 6 wickets, which was held in Bangalore. Okay, so India A won the 24-25 edition of the Dulip Cup. So Dulip Cup is a first-class red ball cricket tournament named after Kumar Shri Dulip Singh ji. Okay, please remember red ball. 25 edition was the 62nd edition. Correct. Tournament returned to the zonal format, briefly using India ABCD as the format in 2024. It was India ABCD. Zones were named like that. Okay, so highest Dulip Trophy is won by West Zones. So please remember, West Zone has won 19 times. Okay, so Dulip Trophy this year, Central Zone by defeating South Zone by 6 wickets. Okay. In cricket, what does night watchman refer to? So we have cricket fans here. Any cricket fans? What is night watchman? Batao. What is night watchman? So night watchman is a person. So suppose my many wickets have fallen. I have a good batsman in down order, correct, lower order, but I will not send that batsman. I'll keep my batting. I'll send a bowler before him. So I'll try to save my batting lineup, correct. So it is a lower order batsman who is sent ahead of a recognized batsman to save the close of play. Okay, that is called night watchman. So that person who is maybe a bowler who comes up before the recognized batsman is called as night watchman. Okay, sports and terms as always very important. Consider the following statements regarding Vice President of India. A very easy question, I would say. If you have read Polity, Vice President ex officio Chairman Rajya Sabha, completely right. Vice President is elected by Electoral College, which consists of members of both houses of Parliament. Correct. Vice President Electoral College doesn't include MLAs. President, yes. Article 64 talks about the Vice President as ex officio Chairman of Rajya Sabha. Okay, ji. All good. Electoral College consists of elected and nominated. Both are nominated members in Electoral College of President. No. Okay. Remember that. Okay, match the column. Again, a very easy question, I would say. Chau is Odisha, Jharkhand, and West Bengal. Am I right? Karma is Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand. Thang Ta, Manipur. Padaini, Kerala. Okay. So, Chau, Karma, Thangta, Padaini. These are the classical dances. Must know. Okay. Thangta is like a martial art related dance, right? It is done by sword and spear. Okay. Padaini is a dance performed in Bhadrakali temples. Okay. Karma is a traditional tribal dance performed in Karma festival. And Chau, it is a semi-classical tribal dance with martial motifs. Okay. Purulia, Mayurbhanj, these districts. Chau. Very easy question, direct static knowledge. What is the name of the famous battle fought in 1576 between Mughal forces and Maharana Pratap? So Raja Man Singh represented the Mughal forces, right? Raja Man Singh fought with Maharana Pratap, where Maharana Pratap escaped. Correct. So very famous battle of Haldi Ghati, right? So I told you Raja Man Singh won Maharana Pratap of Mewar. It was a fierce battle. Pratap's bravery was like it is recognized. Correct. Mughals gained a tactical advantage. Okay. So Maharana Pratap's horse was named as Chetak, and his loyalty was shown in the battle. He got wounded, still he used to carry him. And the region is called Haldi Ghati due to turmeric yellow red soil, yellow soil. Okay. Which article of the Constitution of India empowers the state to make special provisions for advancement of any socially educationally backward classes of citizens or scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, specifically regarding administration to educational institutions, including private educational institutions. Now, this is the hack here, including private institution where it is mentioned. So it is mentioned in 15.5. 15 clause 5 of the constitution talks about admission to education institutions, including private, aided and unaided. Okay, because 15 clause 4 also talks about admissions, correct, but not specifically covers private educational institution. 15.3 talks about women and children special provisions. 15.4 talks about state to make special provisions for backward classes, SC/ST. This was first constitutional amendment act following Champakam Dorairajan landmark case. 16.4 talks about equal opportunity in matters of public employment and reservation, correct, for backward classes, not admission to education institutions. 16.4 talks about employment, not education. Education is in 15. Please remember. Okay, got it? Next, very easy question, halua question. I call this as halua. You eat halua? Wow, very good. Good, AV. You gave a very nice Den McGrath. Good. A very nice insight by AV in the chat. Good, AV. So, GDP deflator, what is it? What is GDP deflator? CPI retail, I have already told you wherever CPI comes, retail will come. So, measures retail price, correct? WPI, it always talks about price changes across the entire economy, correct? Gini coefficient will always measure income inequality. So, how to remember Gini coefficient? Simple trick I usually give in my classes also. Gini is your friend. She is very rich, ultimate rich, and we are middle class. So, there is income inequality, no? So, Gini coefficient, income inequality. I tell it like that so that you don't forget. Gini is your friend. She is very, very rich. So, there is an income inequality. Just to remember. Okay. GDP deflator talks about what? What? Easy. It talks about measure price changes across the entire economy, not a fixed market. WPI is a direct wholesale price changes. You can say WPI, wholesale price index, compiled by OEA, Office of Economic Advisor. GDP deflator is what? GDP deflator talks about measure price changes across the entire economy, nominal by real GDP into 100. Okay, nominal by real GDP into 100. Consumer price index talks about retail level, including services. Consumer includes services. WPI doesn't include services. Gini coefficient, it is measurement of income inequality. Zero means if your Gini coefficient is zero means there is perfect equality. Everyone is earning same. And inequality is towards one. Okay. Assertion, very easy question. Kailash temple at Ellora was carved from single rock. Yes, you would have seen. It has started from top approach and then they went down. So it is top downward approach. Rock cut architecture in India predates structural temple architecture. Both the statements are correct, but is reason explaining assertion? No. They are independent correct statements. But R is not explaining about why it happened or it is not validating it, not justifying it. Correct? So excavating top down was an operational necessity for monolithic rock cutting to prevent structural collapse. Correct? So they started from top. Okay. If this statement was there as reasoning, it would have been, the answer would have been different. It would have been A. Okay. Got it? Next. Which of the following statement about moment of inertia is correct? Moment of inertia. Which was the following is correct? Moment of inertia depends only on the mass of a body and is independent of how that mass is distributed about its axis of rotation. Nahi, mass distribution matters. Moment of inertia is of a solid sphere about its diameter is less than that of a hollow sphere of the same mass and radius about its diameter. Okay, so there are formulas. Half 2 by 3 mr square for hollow sphere, and for solid sphere it is 2 by 5 mr square. Radius, this is radius, mass and radius. Okay, mass and radius. Please keep in mind. Okay, moment of inertia is a vector quantity. No, it is a scalar quantity. Okay, and radius of gyration is directly proportional. No. Okay, are we clear? Okay. Any doubts? Please go ahead in the chats. Please ask me any doubts if you have. We'll go ahead with the other this thing. All good? Okay. How many medals did Indian? Actually, the question is how many, but actually the question is which medal did Indian hockey team? So a bit of correction is there. Which medal? So we won bronze medal, right? So Indian men's hockey team came from a goal down to Spain, beat Spain 2-1 and win the bronze medal at 2024 Olympics. Correct? Marking India's first back-to-back Olympic men's hockey team since medals in Mexico City and 72 minutes. So please remember which medal? Bronze medal. Now see, this is the thing. This is not current affairs. This is contemporary affairs. So there is a new term now, contemporary affairs. Everything is not current. Now they are asking contemporary means in recent 3 to 4 years, what have been asked. That is called contemporary affairs. Current affairs is 6 months, 1 year, 2 months, 1 month. Contemporary affairs is 3 months, 3 years, 4 years, like that. Who took as the CIC of India in late 2025, succeeding Hiralal Samaria? Now this is current affairs appointment, correct? So who took? Rajkumar Goyal. Okay, he succeeded the office after Hiralal Samaria. Okay, so who appoints CIC? President Draupadi Murmu appoints under the Right to Information Act. Okay, on a recommendation of a committee. Now, what is this committee? The committee is PLC, Prime Minister, Leader of Opposition, and Cabinet Minister. So remember PLC. Okay, Rajkumar is a retired officer, IS officer from 1990 batch. Okay, are we clear with this? So this is a direct current affairs appointment question. In April 2026, which state emerged as the overall champion in the overall medal tally at the Khelo India Tribal Games held in Chhattisgarh? So this was a question which I did in my class also. Most of the current affairs we have done in the class, so shouldn't be wrong. Am I right? Shouldn't be wrong. Correct. So what is it? Who was the first? Was Karnataka. Was Karnataka. Karnataka emerged as the topper with 23 golds, 8 silvers, 7 bronze. Odisha was second with 21 golds, 15 silver, and 21 bronze. Okay, while Jharkhand secured the third position. So, how will you remember? KOJ, Karnataka, Odisha, Jharkhand. Okay, so men's football final and various archery finals were held, and Halo India tribal games. Now, this is important because it was one of the first tribal games Khelo India franchisee, which was held in Chhattisgarh. So this becomes a very important current affairs since it was the first time it happened. Okay, Khelo India tribal games. How many? Total 3,800 athletes participated and competitions were held in 7 disciplines: archery, athletics, football, hockey, swimming, weightlifting, and wrestling. Okay, got it? Easy. So please remember Karnataka as the first, Odisha second, Jharkhand third, and it was hosted by Chhattisgarh. Arrange the following Indian states in decreasing order of geographical. Now, this was a very good question. I would say this was a very good question because we know that Rajasthan is the top. But what about after Rajasthan? I liked this question, and I'm sure many of you would have done wrong. Many of one of you would have done wrong this question. Correct? So please remember, first is Rajasthan, no doubt. Second is Madhya Pradesh. Second is Madhya Pradesh. Third is Maharashtra. Fourth is Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Population wise, story is different. Then UP comes first. but it is asking in geographical area. So it is Rajasthan, next is Madhya Pradesh, then Maharashtra, and then Uttar Pradesh. Okay, everyone. So this is important. You should know at least top five. Now you will let me know which is the fifth state, geographical area wise. Okay, can you let me know which is the fifth state? So how will you remember this? RMMU. Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh. RMMU. That is the mnemonic. RMMU. Okay, easy. You don't need to mug up the areas. I don't find these areas. SSC never asks the exact areas, but you should know this chronology. Narmada River, there are two statements. Narmada River originates from Amarkantak Plateau in Madhya Pradesh and drains into the Arabian Sea. So imagine India map and okay, Amarkantak Plateau, yes, and it drains into Arabian Sea. Correct. First statement is right. Narmada flows entirely within the state of Madhya Pradesh. Now, this second statement can be dealt with through approach. Either to you know about Narmada, that it goes into Gujarat also and Maharashtra also. Sardar Sarovar Dam, remember, uh, correct? Chipko movement and all. So if you remember that, you would be saying second statement. Or by common sense, can such a big river like Narmada flow only in one state? Now, this is a very common sense question. Easily would have said second statement is wrong. Okay. So it drains into Gulf of Khambat. It flows through a rift valley. Now, where is this rift valley? Explanation mate is not there. Where is this rift valley? It is in between Vindhya and Satpura. So please remember these four lines. Okay, I teach it like that. Top from north to south, this is Vindhya. First is Vindhya, third is Satpura. Vindhya, Satpura, and second and fourth is Narmada and Tapi. So these four are kind of parallel to each other. Vindhya, Narmada, Satpura range, and Tapi river. So 1 and 2 are range, 2 and 1 and 3 are range, 2 and 4 are rivers. So this is the Rift Valley where Narmada flows between Vindhya and Satpura. This is the Rift Valley. Okay. I hope you have a better idea now. Okay. Chalo. We'll go ahead. Again, article. Polity questions. Good. This time we're good. Article 39 deals with equal pay for equal work. Okay. Article 39 2. Article 44 Uniform Civil Code. Please remember. Article 48 Organization of Agriculture and Animal Husbandry. 51 is Promotion of International Peace and Security. Okay. This is something which you need to directly mug up. So this has to be done by you. But mug it up, but with concept. You should remember it for a long my students. Article 44 is there. So I have two children. I have to give ice cream to them. So I gave 4 and 4. Uniformly I distributed. Uniform distribution. 4 and 4. 44 Uniform Civil Code. Simple. Correct? Easy. Similarly, one more trick. Article 50. What is Article 50? So I have some powers. I have to give it to someone. There are two people. So I separate my powers. I give him 50. I give him 50%. 50-50. Article 50 is separation of powers. 50-50. Correct? So that is how I teach articles so that you don't forget in a long term. Okay? Yes. Yeah. 39D mandates equal pay for equal work for both men and women. UGC, and we already discussed this. In her book Somnath, The Many Vices of a History, what is Romina Thapar's primary central argument regarding the history narrative of Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni's raid on the Somnath temple in 1026 CE? Now, see, gone are the days when books and authors were asked. Now, this question is asking on an argument on that book. Can you see how brilliantly this question is designed? Book and author to everyone will study. Okay, so this is a very good question, I would say. Correct. So she talks about narrative of a single continuously binary conflict between Hindu and Muslims. Correct, which is constructed by colonial historiography and later political ideologies by ignoring the contemporary sources. Okay, so Romina Thapar's monograph is to challenge the single monolithic narrative of thousand-year Hindu-Muslim conflict. Correct. Easy. So she counters this claim, showing that local socio-economic and trade relations between Hindu, Jain, and Arab Muslims largely collaborative and amicable. What she tries to say is, always we talk about Hindu-Muslim conflict in the medieval history, correct? From end of ancient, from medieval history, 1026, right? But she says that no, there are good collaborations and positive aspect of the relations also. It is not just the binary conflict; it is also regarding good collaboration and people to people connect. Okay, chalo next. Which of the following is correct about Indian string instruments? So see, now it is asking about construction of the string instrument, not that what it is related to. So they are going one step ahead. Saraswati Veena used in Carnatic music is typically carved from jackfruit and has four main strings for melody along with three drone strings. So thoda bahut you should have an idea of how that instrument works and how it is made up. Saraswati Veena features 24 fixed frets, traditionally carved out of jackfruit wood, right? So it has four playing strings, three side strings. Rudra Veena has two large resonating grounds and belongs to Hindustani Drupad tradition. Please remember. Vichitra Veena is fretless instrument played with glass slide, and the modified slide guitar was created by Pandit Vishwa Mohan Bhatt, not Pandit Ravi Shankar. That's why option D is incorrect. It was made by Pandit Ravi Shankar. Okay, so you have to know a little bit in depth about the instruments, how they are made. Okay, next. About Chandrayaan 3, which is correct. It made India the fourth country to achieve a soft landing on the moon and the first to land near the lunar south pole. Actually, the first statement itself is correct. Correct. It was launched using the LVM-3 GSLV Mark III rocket and carried a rover named Vikram, which conducted in situ chemical analysis. Was it the case? The rover was not Vikram. Rover was Pragyan. Okay, lander was Vikram. Rover was Pragyan. Lander is which will land on the moon. Rover is which will be spinning around. Correct? Vikram and Pragyan were designed to operate for one lunar day, not a full lunar year. So this lunar year is wrong here. Okay. Chandrayaan 3 will not this thing. It was not a sample return mission. That is Hayabusa mission of Japan. Okay. In India, which city was first successful modern cotton textile mill setup? A typical question from static question from history. So if you would have read about the mills, it is Mumbai. So Mumbai was the first cotton textile mill. Correct? Correct. So Mumbai was the center for cotton textile. Manchester of India is Ahmedabad. Please remember because of its large cotton textile industry. Cotton textile boomed after American Civil War. So Mumbai was helping exporting cotton textile to those areas. Correct. Now your homework is you let me know where was the first jute mill set up. Okay. This cotton was in Mumbai. It was set up by Kovarsji Nanaboy Dawar. But who had set up? Where was the first jute mill set up? You let me know. Consider following about Rajim Magi Punni Mela or Rajim Kumbh. Correct. So the festival takes place annually in Chhattisgarh at Triveni Sangam of the Mahanadi, Peri, and Sondur rivers. Correct. First statement is correct. Location Rajim is historically referred to Prayag of Chhattisgarh. Correct. Festival begins on the occasion of Magh Shivratri and concludes 15 days later on Magh Purnima. Exactly opposite happens. Third statement is wrong. It starts at Magh Purnima and ends at Mahashivratri. Okay, around 15 days. So please remember, it starts at Magh Purnima and ends at Mahashivratri. So be very careful with these statements. Okay, they are just swapped it. Okay, assertion and reasoning. El Nino years are typically associated with below normal southwest monsoon rainfall in India. Correct, exactly right. How to remember? El Nino, no. No say no monsoon. So monsoon will be less. El Nino, Nino, no monsoon. El Nino causes weakening and eastward shift of Walker Circle, expressing convection over the Indian Ocean and Indonesian region, which reduces moisture influx into the. So exactly right. In the Pacific Ocean, the Walker circulation goes towards Peru. Correct. Near Peru, there is heavy rain, and there is lack of rain in Indian Ocean and Indonesian region. Correct. So both are correct, and R is the correct explanation. So this is correct about El Nino. Correct. So the Walker circulation it shift towards Peru, towards western coast of South America. Okay, easy. Why this question is important? Because El Nino effect is this year it is there. So it is historically, conceptually also important, and current affairs wise also it is important. Okay, easy. So you can just read the explanation. While El Nino is there, opposite is La Nina. Correct? Is generally linked with above normal Indian monsoon rainfall. So please remember this. Okay. Identify the correct economic reforms in post 1991. 1991 reforms were initiated in response to a severe balance of payment crisis and near bankruptcy of FER. Correct. That is why it was brought. Our uh, import cover was left for only for 2 weeks. LPG reforms refer to liberalization, privatization, globalization. Yes. Liberalization involved abolishing the license raj and removing barriers into private firms. Yes, completely right. Disinvestment means the government acquiring majority stocks in private sector company. Yo, this is not disinvestment. This is nationalization. Correct. So exactly opposite they have given. है ना? So you have to carefully read the statements. So the fourth statement explains nationalization, not disinvestment. Disinvestment is ulta when government give up its majority stake. That is disinvestment. Okay. So LPG reforms, first statement is correct. It was bankruptcy. Second, liberalization, privatization, globalization. Liberalization meant abolishing the license raj and removing all the barriers, making the investment more free in terms of regulations. Okay. So these were the questions for today's mock. A good test, very good test. You can see there are conceptual questions also. Okay. So please revise the tests. Please make sure you're giving it with utmost sincerity. Okay. Don't lose heart if you are scoring less in mocks. Mocks test doesn't completely decide your final performance. Take these tests as a stepping stone towards the preparation. Don't lose hope. Keep your morale high. You can do it. Okay. Please have your inner motivation there, self motivation, and analyze every mock you give. Analyze in depth as I showed you the recovery score and all. Okay. We'll be meeting soon with next session next week. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice time.